sumugot, the bump and the finish. Jumper is good. Lamar, basket and one. Classic Sports Baklaan knocks down the three. Steal, Yambing, look out. William Bing throws it down. Laddie sees a gap and throws it down. Early down. Mike Bennett with a hammer. Fidel for three.
Nagbabalik po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, but this Tuesday, we start things a little earlier. 3 p.m. is our tip-off here in the MPBL. We are live again at the PACQUIAO'S Arena in Manila, where Dave Ildefonso, coming off his career-high 40 points, will be trying to get their 14th win of the season. Their Abra Weavers is on a roll with 13 in a row, but RJ Ramirez, who got Player of the Game honors, is gonna try to get the 4th of their last 5 games. A very good matchup that we are gonna have. The 3 games, all very interesting. Abra versus Mindoro in our first game. San Juan versus Valenzuela in the second game. And in our main game, your Zamboanga Sikas Families Brand Sardines going up against the Quezon City Black Bulls. Magandang hapon mga kaliga. Juanito Gregorio at your service alongside Coach Christian Luanzon. Coach Chris, how are you liking our day-to-day? Ang gaganda na ating mga matchup.
I feel good about it. I feel this is going to be one of the best game days of the season, at least for me. No, because usually we get 2 out of 3, which is good. 1 out of 3, huh? But 3 out of 3, yeah, should be a good one today.
Well, we're all excited for, of course, everybody. We want to say hi to all of our viewers on YouTube, on Top Sports, and on Solar Sports. Sarungin na rin natin ng excitement ng ating pangatlong kasama na si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Maraming salamat, Juanito and Coach Chris. 2 teams arrive with momentum but in very different ways. Abra is coming off a historic 84-point victory against Bacolod, the highest and biggest winning margin in the MPBL history. At itong si Coach Sean Garcia, natawa pa as he shared na pabirong challenge lang daw pala yun ni Boss JV to take over San Juan in that record of the highest winning margin, and they did just that. Kaya pala, even in those dying minutes, kahit na napakalaki na ng lamang nila, patuloy pa rin siya sa pagsigaw na huwag bumitaw sa depensa. Meanwhile, Mindoro is also coming with confidence after beating Zamboanga, the former team of Coach Egay Macaraya. Aminado siya na sulit ang biyaheng Cebu kahit na most of the players ay inubod daw at sinipon dahil sa pagod na din at sa pabago-bagong panahon. History meets resilience today. Let's see whose momentum carries over. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat para dyan. Lyra, of course, Coach, let's talk about the previous games of our teams. Pag-usapan muna natin yung nangyari kahapon. Coach, it's a very interesting day in Malolos, Bulacan. Pasay with a big win. And then that second game, Coach, that comeback by May Kawayan, the 16-0 run in the 4th quarter to get a victory over Pasig. And of course, the Quezon Huskers with a big win against Bulacan.
Oh, the second game, especially the 3-pointers of Argente, he's playing outstanding basketball. Agent Miranda, I believe, played well. But their defense was the key, as good as their offense were. And then the third game, obviously, itong Quezon Huskers took care of business themselves against the home team in Bulacan.
Patuloy ang magandang ating mga kwento dito sa MPBL. Coach, let's talk about the storyline of the standings. We are already more than halfway the season and each game becomes more important for these teams. Unahin muna natin itong Southern Division where Mindoro is still currently at the play-in pocket.
Well, napaka-crucial nung laro nila, no? As Lyra mentioned, kalaban nila Zamboanga last week in Cebu. If they lost that one, this would be a different story. Both teams with 7 wins, even though sa losses, mas konti sila. That big win last week, gave them a chance for the 6th spot. You're eyeing for the top 6 because you put yourself outside of the play-in tournament. And that's a realistic number, no? Being 2.5 games behind Rizal right now. Obviously, a big game, a big challenge ahead today for Mindoro to win 4 of their last 5.
Well, let's go to the Northern Division, Coach, where Abra is 1 game behind again the number 1 Caloocan Batang Kangkalu.
Right, and lamang sila, no, in terms of losses dahil isa lang kumpara sa dalawa. So they keep on winning. We're going to check their remaining game schedule. Each team at an average, 10 to 12 games remaining of a 27 27, 26 games a season. Pero you want to create separation, especially with San Juan trailing behind.
But that number 1, 2, 3 has always been interchangeable, so we still continue to see kung sino talaga ang mamamayagpag sa Northern Division. Talking about a team that's been overpowering everybody this season. Abra with the biggest win by 86 points. That's history for the MPBL in their last game.
I almost lost count when I looked at the box scores. Yeah, yung per quarter scoring nila, no, 30, 26, 30, and then you would think in the last quarter medyo chillax modes na sila, but they scored the most out of the 4 quarters. 43 points in the fourth, a total of 129. Lyra mentioned, you know, Dave Ildefonso, the reigning MVP, career high 40 points, shot more than 50% from the field. Raven Gonzalez, 20 rebounds in that game, 19 points, big numbers as well. They had 6 players in double figures. Their defense was there as well. Only 2 to 3 players scored in double figures para sa Bacolod. But it's a different task today. Mindoro, a playoff team. Let's see if they could take care of business again.
Coaches, we were talking about Mindoro on the other end. They might have gotten a win in that last game, but in the fourth quarter, Zamboanga was on a surge, knocking on the door, and no one was able to score in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. At makakatakas ang Mindoro, still going home with a victory in that last ball game.
That's true, because this was a game wherein in the first quarter it was nip and tuck. Dalawa lang ang lamang nila, but the second quarter led by Ken Bono and JJ Casper, 12 of the 28 points, but their defense, it was lockdown against Zamboanga. 8 points lamang inalaw nila no, nung quarter na yun. They had a big lead as high as 26 na habol no, nung sa dulo. And a guy named RJ Ramirez was the best player of that game, scored 13 points, all-around performance, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. And what's important is that they got the win, and ngayon, they want to get this win, an upset against the Weavers.
Well, these veterans look to try and upset the number 1 Abra Weavers, and let's start the ball game. Let's already turn you over to Richard Tampos.
Live on Solar Sports, Tap Sports, and on YouTube channel. Let's meet the starting lineup for the MPBL defending champions, Abra Solid North Weavers. At guard number 20, Jake Figueroa. Playing center number 9, Raven Gonzalez. At guard number 8, the Clay, Mike Ayunayon. Forward number 5, Tucker Molina. The other forward number 1, the reigning MVP, Sheriff Dave Ildefonso. They are led by the Season 7 Coach of the Year, Yong Garcia. Assistant coaches, Nani Ipondulan, Derok Miranda, Waki Garcia, Don Uro, Edsel Baliena, and Jerry Andalion. Assistant team manager, Waylon Nibaten. Team manager, Chris Conway. Team owners, Congresswoman Ching Bernos, Congressman JB Bernos, Mayor Nina Bernos, Mayor Jaja Bernos, Mayor Billy Donato, Mayor Glenn Eduarde, Mayor Tyrone Beronia, and Mayor Irad Bakuli. Now for Mindoro Tamaraws. Coming in at center number 27, Jonas Tibayan. Forward number 5, JC Recto. Point guard number 16, RJ Ramirez. At forward number 17, Joseph Sedorifa. And at 2 guard number 21, JB De La Cruz. The head coach is Egay Macaraya, assisted by Bong Ramos, Melo Banua, Gab Malyari, and JC Libunao. The team managers, Sandra Norte and Benji Judoro. The team owner is Paula Oriental Mindoro, Mayor Jennifer Ina Alegre Cruz. The game officials are
Starting 5 brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Abra will be starting with Dayan Ayon, Figueroa, Gonzalez, Molina, and Dave Ildefonso coming off a career high, while Mindoro will be starting with Ramirez, De La Cruz, Tibayan, Recto, and Sedorifa. An all-J starting five for Mindoro.
That's a great observation. Ikaw, Juanito.
Oo, pwede pa nga eh.
Huh?
Pwede pa, Coach Bong. Kung kailangan nyo ng isa pa, magiging 5.5. First possession goes to Abra.
Durifa, the matchup defensively against Ildefonso. They look inside right away. And that's the thing with Ildefonso. You would think he was not involved in the play. He was the one on the same side, no, kung saan nakatanggap itong si Gonzales. Hindi na humelt kasi or alangan humelt itong si Sudurifa. Kaya napasahan si Gonzales doon. Nice feed at that time.
No warm-up needed for this bunch.
That was Molina with the feed.
Talk about the height of this Abra team. Look at this starting five, Coach. Dave at 6'4", Tucker at 6'7", Figueroa at 6'4", Gonzales at 6'8", at itong si Mike Ayon still pretty tall at 6 foot.
It's an embarrassment of riches in terms of giants. Kahit si Dave Ildefonso, lagay mo sa 4. Hindi maliit yan eh.
Tama.
And on cue, Ildefonso, his first basket with a traditional three-point play.
5-0 to start the ball game in favor of the Weavers. A career-high game for Dave Ildefonso. Ooh, using the board.
Let's not forget, he had a stint in Korea.
Tama, tama. In a modern day where the Koreans have been using it a lot, that board. Now Jay with the basketball. Kick out to RJ. Recto. 1-on-1 against Dave. Muscle on muscle. JC can't finish. Ball goes side of the Weavers.
I thought it was a good move by JC Recto because one thing you could do to offset yung kagalingan offensively nitong si Ildefonso is to try to attack him defensively. He went into the body, hindi lang nakaangat na maayos.
MannyPay, the digital wallet built for the community. Not Tucker playing wing. He's going to be fouled by Jonas Tibayan.
A little too aggressive, no? Showing on the ball screen. Their feet got tangled up and then lost his balance was Molina in the foul call.
Dave fires, makes it. The hot streak continues for David Ildefonso. First minute and 17 in the ball game, and it's already an 8-point lead in favor of the Weavers.
You know what's mind-boggling to me in David Ildefonso? He's the reigning MVP, and yet I think this year he's improved more because he's making basketball look so much easier, effortless really.
Coming off a 40-point game, he starts out with 5, lamang na ng 9 ang Abra.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Live here at the PACQUIAO'S Arena in Manila. The family of DJ Fenner in attendance here in Manila. It's the first game of 3 and all 3 are within playoff territory. So it's going to be a good day of basketball here at the PACQUIAO'S Arena. So far though, it's a 9-0 start in favor of the Weavers. So Durifa, punta kay Tibayan. Jonas drives hard. Jonas using his foot speed, getting the first 2 for Mindoro.
Well, that's an excellent read by Jonas Tibayan with a shot fake. Saw the big gap in the middle and a strong drive and finish to the basket.
Former Bulldog, former Gila standout in Jonas Tibayan. Ayon gets the second triple of the ball game for the Weavers.
Now here's the thing with Abra, Juanito. As strong and as tall, athletic as they are as a team, this team really executes very well. All of their shots have been open shots, high percentage shots, even their threes coming off passes. Another open shot.
Too long this time for Tucker Molina, but very basic basketball being played by Mindoro to si Recto. Crossover, stops, pops, long. Ramirez taps it to an opponent. Mike, takbo, Figueroa. Pinoy step is too strong for Jake. Mo naman ng Mindoro. Si Dorifa goes corner. JV goes under. Recto, corner to Ramirez. Open 3. Still no go for Mindoro.
Those are the shots they have to make because that was a miscue defensively by Abra. Nobody rotated on that corner drift. Open shot for Ramirez. Against a team like Abra, kailangan mo ma-shoot yung mga ganun.
Abra medyo bumagal ang opensa here the past few plays. Ramirez goes to Recto. The drive. It's slap. Jake. Oh, could have been a double on Jake, but no whistle right there. It's going to be a fast break for Figueroa.
That's how good Figueroa is because even though we thought it was a double because dahil mabilis din yung kanyang paa at yung kanyang kamay, sometimes pagdadalawang isip ka sa official kung double ba talaga o hindi.
It's going to be 2 for Jake Figueroa. Off the right for Joseph. Mike using Raven. Switch. Dave.
Good pass.
Extra pass on the inside, and that's too easy for Raven Gonzalez.
Too deep. If you're a small man like Sidorifa, rotating from weak side to strong, you got to put a body him and push him out to the block and maybe give yourself a chance para ma-stop yun kahit papano.
Coach, from Jobel to Lasal, I've always been a fan of the way Raven Gonzalez moves. But that is gonna be a tip by Abra for Mindoro. But Coach, talk about Raven Gonzalez on how beautiful he plays basketball.
I actually had an encounter with him even before the two schools you mentioned. I believe he was with GH nung una.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Kasi nakita ko siya una at that time with the junior NBA clinic, no, being a part of that for years. At that time, he was only 14, I believe. And one encounter with him when I was handling their team. I'm not sure if he remembers this.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
Iba pa yung apelido niya nun.
Yes, Cortez.
Cortez, right? And he was definitely a prospect because he's one of the tallest kids, if not the tallest. I remember handling their team and, you know, because he was so tall, he could just out-rebound everyone. And medyo chilakse nung ano na yun, nung particular scrimmage na yun. You know, I pulled him out and then I talked to him. And then when he went back in, I put him inside immediately. You know, it was like a switch na biglang he responded immediately. And to me, sa isang 13-year-old at that time, that was a good sign of a player of his age, even at a young age, to respond to me who was, you know, I wasn't even like his coach per se.
Yes.
Like, dun niya lang ako nakilala eh. That's why I've been following his career as well since high school and then in college. It was just unfortunate when we played against him because he was so
Ibang
good with
kulay,
it.
Tama.
You talk about a guy who's a star in his role. He was that guy being a backup to Mike Phillips.
That's right. The steal of the game was brought to you by Extreme Boom 3 Waterproof Speaker Sample Sound Ultimate Power. This time around it's Jake Figueroa with the steal. Raven Gonzalez has been playing terrific for the Abra Weavers. And ang maganda dito, coach, yung upside parang ang layo pa eh. Hindi pa to yung peak ni Raven Gonzalez.
Oh, no question.
Corner 3 is short for Ayon. Magat to Gamalinda. Handoff. Sedorifa for 3. Still no outside shot going. Walang awa rin para sa Mindoro. Takbo ang Weavers. They go to Raven. Gives it off to Dave. He has 9 points in the ball game already. Dave, one-on-one against Gamalinda. Step back. That's far off. All air for Dave. That's short. Ryan Batino coming to the ball game. Ngayon, punta muna tayo sa ating courtside. Si Lyra Puntalan.
For Abra, complacency is simply not part of the vocabulary. Coach Yong Garcia shared na hinamon sila ni Boss JB na higitan ang biggest winning margin ng San Juan at sinagot yun ng Weavers with a historic 84-point victory. Kung hindi nila pinanatili ang intensity, kahit sino pa ang kalaban, makakarinig sila ng hindi maganda sa mga bossy joke ni Lizelle. But even in these moments of glory, tuloy pa rin pala ang paalala ng mga boss and coaches of the need to stay grounded. Meanwhile, Encho Serrano remains out with an elbow injury and is still awaiting his MRI and X-ray results, while John Oduba is also sidelined after being diagnosed with vertigo as advised by their physical therapist. But fortunately, Sean is back from his wrist injury against Rizal, as well as Drex de los Reyes and DJ Fenner, all back in action. Para sa kanila, history is worth celebrating, but the standard still demands more. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Lyra. Even though coach with all of the injuries, malalim pa rin itong Abra. But right now, there is a challenge. We'll be back after the review.
On review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Offensive foul on David Alfonso.
Quick review by our referees. It is going to be an unsuccessful challenge para dito sa Abra. Yes, that is going to be a push coming off Dave. Sumobra ng tricep extension saka bicep curls, coach.
Yeah, but even before that, no, I thought Aaron Heruta did a good job of anticipating, his drive going to his left.
Sean now with the rebound. Goes to Mike. Two-man game. Him and Sean switch by Bam. He will go down low. Sean versus Heruta. 1-on-1. Helped by Bam. Ball swing. Corner three. Dave. In and out for Dave Ildefonso. Heruta crosses the ball. Punta kay Magat. Ikot agad. Gamalinda. One dribble. Floater. Still strong. That's gonna be another foul on Dave Ildefonso. Dalawang magkasunod para kay Dave.
Not a good foul, obviously, because it would force Coach Yong to pull him out. Pero tulad yung sinabi mo kanina, before the break, malalim ng bench nitong Abra.
Kahit off the bench, si Nico Elorde ang papalit dito. So, two-point guard lineup right now. That will be played by Abra. Dave obviously not happy right now with the two calls that were called against him. Heruta makes some space to get that float.
Especially when right after you come out, dahil medyo malamig pa, itong si Nico Elorde. Took advantage was Heruta na may konting pawis na.
Ayon still has not been substituted. Fenner. Balik kay Ayon. 5 on the shot clock. Mike step back 3 is short, but Batino keeps it alive. Batino goes to Sean. Driving lane off the middle. Sean is fouled.
Defensively, you have to wonder, the communication of nitong Mindoro, because they did a good job of forcing a contested shot, before the offensive rebound, but nobody blocked out itong si Batino. I believe Mike Kong was there, but after the shot went up in the air, suddenly Batino had nobody in front of him.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And then Sean Ildefonso doing what he does best, putting his head down, getting to the basket.
Coach, how do you defend Abra? What is the game plan on a team as deep as this?
That's a tough question. Your question is like, how do you earn 10 million pesos, right? in a month, or even in your lifetime? Because I guess, you would have to ask San Juan about that. They're the only team who beat Abra. But to ask San Juan at this point would be irrelevant, because a big reason of why they beat Abra is because they had a guy named Mike Phillips.
Yes.
I don't know if you know him.
That's right. Yeah. Who wouldn't know Mike Phillips?
So you would probably get a different answer from San Juan right now, considering the roster that they have right now without Mike Phillips. But to me, that's one of the toughest questions to answer.
A guy like Jerry Abajano as well is off to
Who's
Korea.
about to leave, yeah.
So, two big guys for San Juan will be leaving. Si Maikong looks to have sprained his ankle on that driving lane. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna be -1. Kudiamat is now forced to get into the game early. 1:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Fenner. DJ Fenner gets 3.
He's very good in catch and shoot situations. One of their best ball screen players as well. What makes Fenner so good is when you scout his individual play, there's so many things you have to cover. You're just gonna have to pick your poison.
Right now, Mindoro not looking like a playoff team, but Aaron Hiruta gets his 4th point of the ball game.
That time wiped out completely from the scene was Nico Ilorde. He was trying to make a case that he was pushed. Now Fenner with a semi-ISO float. Wala.
Time to run para dito sa Mindoro. Magat. Bagal muna. Punta sila dito kay Kudiamat. Balik kay Hiruta. 14 on the shot clock. A 2-for-1 situation for Mindoro. Hiruta. 2-man game. Hiruta off the push. A different Aldefonso defending him. Labas dito kay Kudiamat. 3 on the shot clock. Kudiamat can't get the 3. There is a whistle called. It is going to be on Marion Magat.
Either Magat or Flores. Because those two were the ones involved.
It's Magat that will be called for a foul. Let's go to this play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Good patience by Bam Bam because it's a play set up for the weak side with an off-ball movement. Pinik up ni Bam Bam, no? Kahit na one-on-one lang siya kay Sean Ildefonso, usually kukunin na ni Bam Bam yan eh. Pero inaantay niya muna or inantay niya muna kung ano mangyayari sa weak side and somebody falls down. And then libre si Hiruta.
2 guys on the bench. Encho Cirano and Uduba. What a pleasure na injured yung dalawang player na yon, pero yung bench
for Mindoro, right? It's not that we want to see anyone injured, obviously, pero for Mindoro, anytime somebody is down with the flu or with any injury, it certainly helps this cause, even though they're down by 18.
So yung coach, yung 100 na rating ng Abra, na lang, 98 na lang. -2%. Mintis pa rin si Bam Gamalinda. He is struggling to start the ball game. DJ Fenner to Nico Ilorde. Swing pass. Sean Ildefonso can't get their 4th triple. 1 second remaining. That is gonna end the quarter. A little wrestling match between Sean and Aaron Hiruta. Hiruta has not liked the Ildefonsos here in the first quarter.
Yeah. He dealt with the little brother, now with the bigger brother in terms of wideness. This was the first play of the game. I'm not sure if that's smart if you're Hiruta. Dealing with 2 tanks, basically.
Wala pa si Danny ay dyan, coach. Medyo yun ang pinaka-malaki sa kanilang pamilya.
I gotta give it to him, though. A lot of courage and a lot of fight. Because certainly something that they need, especially being down by a lot.
Well, they need a lot of fight to come from the second quarter onwards. Mindoro is down by 18.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Kabalik po tayo dito sa PACQUIAO'S Arena in Manila. Juanito Gregorio with Coach Christian Luandon and Miss Lyra Punsalan. Our VIPs, Emerson Oreta, Zaldi Realubit, and the Peacemaker, Sir Rudy Distrito, all here already. Coach, it's a strong start for Abra in the first quarter.
And it's because of their execution, really. Almost all of their shots, the replays we showed of them hitting their baskets, even their misses, no, na hindi natin na makita, eh halos lahat open shot yun. Iilan lang yung mga contested. They shot the ball very well from the field, above 40. 8 of 18, 44% to be exact. But their defense was as good as their offense, only holding itong Mindoro to 22%. Tumasa ng konti after the basket na yun na si Bam Bam Gamalina.
That's the first triple on the side of Mindoro. They are 1 out of 10 from the outside. Finally, they cut this to a 15-point lead. Fenner trying to answer off the wing, in and out. Magat with the rebound. He was looking for a foul. Kudiamat, 4 versus 3. That's a run through the middle, but a 6'7" defender was ready to help.
From behind, really, because he had an opening right here. Kaya galing sa likod, yung palpal ni Molina.
Gamalinda cannot go back-to-back.
Tatawagan ng foul si Nico Elorde.
Coach, we were talking about this off-air. Ganyan na ba ka-alaga at kadisiplinado si Bam Bam Gamalinda when you were teammates with him in the PBL?
Yes, and well, maybe not in particular sa mga kinakain niya, no? You know how you are when you're young. Kain ka lang ng kain, eh. Because of the type of training, sometimes more than once a day. When he was with San Beda, he's more particular now, especially with the food intake. Because that's really your fuel. So napanood mo yung episode, ha?
Yes, of course. Fenner, the ball. Little pop, Batino. May tulak. At natulak si Sean Ildefonso. Posible pala yun.
Well, some things unbelievable while others are hard to believe. But you better believe it, just like this drive. Kudiamat with a nice one.
Batino doubled. Mindoro is actually starting the quarter strong with a 5-0 run. Fenner gets a triple on the other end. DJ Fenner gets them their 5th triple of the ball game, and that is the family of DJ Fenner in attendance.
Just makes it look so easy. That was over the outstretched arm of a 6'6", 6'7" na si Marion Magat.
Si Magat, sagot sa kabila. That's a hard drive off the middle, but Margot makes it work. Eight minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Fenner, malalim. They go out to Nico Elorde. Nico using the screen of Sean. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Nico with a cross. Nico dances. Extra pass. Sean Ildefonso. 3 is too strong. Kudiamat looking for a friend. They go to Bam Bam. Bam, corner, Josh Flores. He has that 3. It's a little too strong. The struggles continue on the side of Mindoro. Elorde will be fouled by Kudiamat.
Excellent effort that time by DJ Fenner. Because I was about to say, beautiful execution, which they did. Gamalinda to the open corner guy na si Flores. But suddenly in that picture was a flying DJ Fenner, preventing that one with his challenge.
Figueroa returns to the ball game. Jan Felicilda also gets his first minutes. Felicilda. Switch by Magat. Punta sila kay Sean. Corner. Figueroa with a bump. Last touch is going to be Jake Figueroa. But Jake is sure, pero wala nang challenge itong Abra dito. (29-15) is our score. Mindoro is actually winning this quarter 7-3. A better start, but that plays a turnover for Mindoro.
Shuffle action, no? Gusto nilang postehan. Itong si Tagala against yung kakapasok lamang. Number 21, di ko kilala to eh. Guardia ng Saan ba naglaro to?
Ay,
Number 21.
panigurado coach, wala
point
kayong
getter.
masyadong napagsamahan nito, eh, no? From NU to UP, wala, hindi mo nakasalamuha.
Hindi familiar.
Hindi mo nakasalamuha.
Iba yung buhok niya ngayon. Mas maganda yung buhok niya dati.
At may challenge. Oh, what a three by DJ Fenner. That was off a defender. Pero kanina, coach, may challenge ka kay Jan Felicinda. 5-3 ng iyong challenge. At talagang kinausap mo pa si Raylan Torres na to confirm na kung kaya ba niya.
Hindi, binibigyan ko lang siya ng kumpiyansa kasi alam ko hindi niya kaya.
Pag yan, naka 5-3 mamaya.
Pero alam mo, sino yung kaya?
Ito.
Yeah, si DJ Fenner. Kayang-kaya. Kahit may bantay pa. Pangatlo niya na yan.
Pangalawa, coach.
Pangalawa pa lang ba?
I think it's his second triple. Let's see here in the statistics. Yeah, actually, it's already the third triple for DJ Fenner. 2 away from the Christian Luanzon challenge of
there
getting
you go.
5 3 in a ball game.
Yeah, the 43-year-old memory is more reliable rather than the 54-year-old na meron si Manito.
Si Bam Bam Gamalinda naman, coach, lumalapit din. Pangalawa na yan. Si Bam Bam Gamalinda. Fenner, now with a basketball. Does he hear Coach Christian's challenge? Bigay muna kay Sean.
It's not even a challenge because that's easy for him, itong si DJ Fenner.
Sean taps it out, the wrong person. It is going to Rudy Distrito. That's going to be ball of Mindoro. Let's go here to the side. It's Tagala going off the other side to Bam Bam Gamalinda getting his second triple of the ball game.
Nice rhythm to that jumper by Bam Bam Gamalinda. Even though it was a late, good challenge by Sean Ildefonso.
Punta muna tayo kay Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Short-handed ang Mindoro today with Brian Heruela out due to a knee injury and Caspe unavailable for personal reasons, but for Coach Egay, next man up lang. Pinaghandaan daw nila ang Abra the same way he prepared for the Champions Pampanga before, hoping to carry their momentum from Zamboanga and execute well against a team already bound for the playoffs. At nang tanungin ko paano nila pipigilan ang perimeter game ng Abra, biro niya, basketball player ka na rin pala, pero simple lang daw ang sagot, of course, team defense. At yun na nga, ang sagot, nasa tanong na rin, kailangan silang pigilan. Habang tumatagal din siya sa Mindoro, mas sabay-sabay na raw nag-a-adjust ang buong team with one clear motivation, makapasok sa playoffs. At injury update for Hans Philip Maicong, natapilok at na-sprain ang kanyang left ankle. Ni-stretch at ilalagyan muna ng yelo ayon sa medic at i-check pa ang range of motion para malaman kung makakabalik pa sa laro. Back to you guys.
Here that, -1 na naman para dito sa Mindoro nung Brian Heruela. There is no JJ Caspe. Ngayon, si Maicong, lahat yan, Coach Guardia, para dito sa Mindoro. Lucky for Mindoro that Tagala will not be called for unsportsmanlike in this situation.
Off the steal by Jan Felicilda. It was an excellent anticipation of the pass. Yung agaw niya, no? Was off the pass, pinasa sa ere, nakuha niya yung dalawang kamay, led to the 2-on-1 break. Ildefonso fouled as he was going strong to the basket.
Yun, medyo naguluhan kung board o dulo ng ring. It's the first miss of the free throw. But Coach, let's talk about the last game of Dave Ildefonso. A career game with 40 points, an MPBL career high for Dave.
Well, it was against a lowly Bacolod team, but nonetheless, you cannot discount the performance of Dave Ildefonso. And to me, more than the talent, Juanito, what reflects more with those numbers is his approach, because some players to his caliber wouldn't even show up to play because alam nila sigurado na yan eh. And I tell you, kung si Ildefonso decided not to play that game, we could have seen the same result score-wise.
Yes.
Right? But to show up, number one, and to show up na sobrang ganado ka maglaro to the point that you score 40 points, as you see, Fran Yu, our former player, former MPBL player, former San Juan player, the former best friend of the late JV Gallego. And it's good to see him here in the MPBL.
If I'm not mistaken, Franyo is from Manila. So baka malapit lang siya at napadaan. Might be also watching.
Tondo yan, batang tondo yan.
Might be also watching the San Juan Knights, that the former team. And syempre to honor din si JV Gallego, who was also once teammates with Jonas Tibayan in the under-18 team.
Even with our high school team, when we handled the Chiang Kai-shek, sila mga player namin.
Oo nga, Coach, tama. I got to go up against JV for I think a season. Yeah. But it was my brother that really, their whole high school, they were matchups and they became good friends eventually. si JV and my brother. Of course, condolences to the family of JV.
Bad boy intentions para kay Dave Ildefonso. Shot fake drive. He wanted to slam this one. Pero a good hard foul given up by Apacible for him not to end up in our top 5 highlights.
They just want to test out the boarding free throw of Dave Ildefonso, but he has made 3 out of the 4, and that free throw is brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. He is 4 out of 5, coach, with that free throw. Is anyone in UP trying it already? That board free throw. Will you allow it?
I don't know. I mean, my answer was to your first question. Nobody that I know of is trying it. So,
ako, coach, kahapon training ng college team ko. Free throws, to end before a water break. My point guard was already doing it. So, I don't know what to feel because I was also the one sharing to them that the Koreans have been doing it for quite some time. And sabi niya, coach, Koreana to, coach.
pretty much their whole lifetime. Yun talagang kultura sa kanila eh.
So ako, coach, kahapon, di ko alam kung magagalit ako because he's averaging 85%. Yesterday sa drills, biglang mga 60 na lang.
Point guard mo to, di ba?
Point guard ko to,
Ang
coach.
tanong ko, ito, mas malaki ba sa yung point guard mo?
Mas malaki, coach.
Wag
6'1" yun.
ka magalit. Mas malaki sa iyo. Pag mas maliit sa iyo, magalit ka.
Tama. So si Pelicinta, labas kay Dave. Extra pass. Ayon. That's a good find, but there is gonna be a whistle.
3 in the key.
It's gonna be a 3-second violation on Raven Gonzalez.
Good ball movement, but one just took too long inside the paint.
Well, actually, tanggap ng lahat, no? The players, even Coach Yong, si Raven lang ang hindi nakatanggap ng kanyang 3-second violation. Coach Egay is not happy.
And you wonder why. Because obviously this call favors them. So it must be something maybe before this play. Now it's a technical. From a warning to a technical.
Well, the technical is not going to be on Coach Egay. It is going to be on Coach Bong Ramos. So the warning will lead to a technical, pero ang mapipituhan
You
ng
have to
technical,
explain
Coach,
why, especially to our viewers. Bakit kay Coach Bong Ramos? Because on paper, is he the head coach on paper?
No, it's Coach Egay.
Ah, okay.
Coach Ogo.
So si Coach Bong ang may sinabi.
Hindi, Coach. Si Coach Bong ang nakakuha ng second warning.
Okay.
So the second warning went to Coach Bong Ramos.
Okay.
That's gonna be a technical. +1 pa yan para dito sa Abra. Both coaches of Mindoro obviously not happy. John fires off the midi. Short. Takbo, pero uy, si John, saan ang galing yun? Ganun kabilis. Si John Felicilda. Mike goes out to Dave. A lot of space for Dave. That's straight but long. JV now. He fires. JV De La Cruz off to the right. Raven with another rebound. Abra now tries to run. The long strides to a deceleration. It's just short, but look who is there to clean it up once again. It's Raven Gonzalez.
How about that coast-to-coast move by Ion from backcourt?
There's something about his
left,
strides.
right, left. Yeah, long strides, hang time. And because a small guy was inside, Raven Gonzalez takes advantage. Got into a little, I don't know what to call him, a scuffle. Whatever that was, it was something not good between him and Heruto.
22-point lead in favor of Abra. Brand new on your screens. Kita mo naman yung ngiti. Uy, syempre ang ating kaibigan. Nandyan din. Visiting. It's the first game of 3. Later on, we'll have Another set of games. Valenzuela will be trying to challenge San Juan. And in our main game, Quezon City Black Bulls will be going up against Zamboanga. 3 good games on our slate. Gandang araw natin dito sa MPBL. And we're starting off a little earlier, Coach Chris. How are you liking the 3 p.m. tip-off?
I like it. So now we can get home early as well. But more than the time adjustment, really the set of games we have today.
Very important set of ball games as the teams try to get up there in possession. Once again, it is Aaron Hiruta that will be called for a foul. He has been trying to get into everybody's head on the side of Abra.
But usually you would say, pick on somebody your own size, but not to Aaron Hiruta because his taste today in terms of the players he is picking on, you gotta give it to him. Iba ang tapang nitong batang to. First, it was Dave Ildefonso. Second, Sean Ildefonso. Aba, hindi pa nakontento. Pumunta pa sa sentro kay Raven Gonzalez. Talagang gusto niya lumabang ngayong araw. Lalo na ngayon, tampak sila ng 22.
MANNY, the digital wallet built for the community. Baka mamaya, Coach, si Alfred Batino na. Ang isunod niyan, yun ang pinakamalaki dyan.
Palagay ko hindi niya gagawin yan.
Triple is long. Jan Felicinda still 5 away from Coach Chris' challenge.
Nobody is stupid enough to choose Alfred Batino to pick a fight with Alfred Batino.
Gusto kong makita si Alfred Batino na makipag... parang enforcer rin ako. Alam mo yung pag nahuli ka ng MMDA tapos yung bossing ng MMDA yung lalapit sa'yo. Yun yung pakiramdam ni Alfred Batino.
Oo. Yung pinagdadasal mo na wag ibang tao na lang.
Oo.
Lord, pwede iba na lang.
Ayan na. Pinag-uusapan pa lang natin. Parang narinig tayo ni Coach Yong Garcia. Ipapasok na po si Alfred Batino into the court. There you go, Coach Yong Garcia on your screens. There you go, Alfred Batino. Pero si Aaron Hiruta nasa bench ngayon, Coach. So obviously nothing will be happening. Referee Alan Manzano. Si ano ba coach dati? You got to play with Coach Denok Miranda. Was he...
He was a strong point guard. Very pesky defensively.
There you go. That was my question on the defensive end, really.
Well, had a chance to see him on a daily basis. Though, when I got drafted by Coach Koy, who was also the Coach Koy in the PBL, you know, that time we were at Happy Toothpaste, Kutitap, and Denok was our practice player during that time. So he was just emerging to be Denok Miranda of FEU that time. And the Denok Miranda was one of those guys where you don't want to mess with defensively because he's going to be on your chest, under your skin, putting pressure on the ball. And then offensively, he could just bully you with his weight. And at that time, you know, mabilis na point guard pa siya.
I was really, I think about grade 5 or grade 6 where I was confused that they were calling plays for a point guard on the post. So doon ko coach parang, pwede pala yun. Pwede palang magkaroon ng option on the post. Only a few guys were able to do it really in the local scene. Winnie Arboleda was one guy I really looked up to. Pero coach, may sinasabi si Erpat
Jerome Harris ito.
Okay, but Jerome Harris is 6'3".
Yeah.
It's one of the
But
taller.
he was a point guard.
He was used as a point guard.
He's a point guard.
Talaga? He was more
Jerry
of a wing.
Esplana as well.
There you go.
Yung sinasabi
That's
ng daddy mo.
yan, favorite ni Erpat. Jerry Esplana. Kamalinda on your screens. That's the first. Punta muna tayo kay Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Sunod-sunod man ang out-of-town games para kay Bambam, Gamalinda recovery at time management talaga ang laban off the court. Bukod sa pag-aalaga ng katawan, binabalanse rin niya ang pagiging ama, lalo na siya pa rin ang naghahatid sundo sa anak niya sa school. Patuloy din daw ang adjustment niya sa sistema ni Coach Egay pero buo ang tiwala niya rito. As a veteran, bahagi daw ng role niya ang pag-guide na din sa mga young players at pag-push sa buong team to do extra work. For Bambam, consistency starts long before the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Coach. At that age, Bam Bam Gamalinda is still producing terrific numbers here in the MPBL. Bam Bam is averaging 18 points and 5 rebounds. For his age, Coach, he is playing terrific.
No question about it. Kaya napag-usapan natin of how he, and as reported, how he takes care of his body, getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, a lot of supplements, but at the same time not neglecting, more importantly, his role as a father. Yung hindi madali yun, yung araw-araw hinatid mo yung anak mo sa eskwela.
Sabay, tama.
Yeah.
Second quarter, Abra has been able to come back and get the lead from Mindoro. Kanina, 7-3 to in the second quarter. They cut the lead down to 15, but Abra going back to their strong game. Lead is up to 21. Still a minute and 50 remaining here in the second quarter. So the Rifa goes 2 out of 2. 20-point lead.
Si Suderifa, no? Yung body composition niya, even his outward appearance, he looks like a sculpture. Perfect one.
Okay, Coach. I have never noticed that until now. He looks like those mga Roman,
Right?
Mga Roman structure. Oo nga, no, Coach? Grabe naman yung ano mo dun, Coach. Pero
Pati yung buhok even though playing, parang hindi nagugulo.
grabe, Coach, yung napansin mo dun. Pero tama ka. Doon ako Doon ako mas believe eh. Tama ka eh.
Ito dapat pansinin mo kasi kakasabi mo lang halos 18 points per game, 11 na ang production nito si Bam Bam dito sa first half. Obviously, much needed at kailangan pa niya ng tulong.
Tatlo na ang tres ni Bam Bam here in the ball game. 19 pa rin ang kalamangan ng Abra. Bam Bam, fake handoff. So the Rifa, the Roman sculpture. Swing pass, RJ, good fake. RJ can't get an opening. 8 seconds remaining. JV stops, pops short. Foul is gonna be on. No, it's only gonna be an out of bounds.
You see that possession was on RJ Ramirez because he got somebody, Elorde, up in the air already and failed to take advantage of it. Nice pass.
It was a drop pass going to Sean Aldefonso for the play of the game. That's brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Dave, punta dito kay Batino. Veteran matchup on the post. Batino fouled by Apacible. Reverse. Will that count?
It won't. If you're a Pesible, that's just yung effort na isang hakbang na lang para barahin yung baseline na yun. Instead of giving up the foul. Not so much space on that drive by Batino, but still finds a way with a little opening.
See how deep the lineup is of Abra right there. Jay Yutok, Wilkin Lee, DJ Fenner, Mike Ayon-Ayon. Kahit itong dalawang ito, alam naman natin gaano kabigat, but still with the two sitting this game out, they're leading by 20.
Ang kagandahan kasi dito sa Abra, every player knows their role. They know that their best players /S players are David Defonso, DJ Fenner, at times Ayon-Ayon, at times Figueroa. Alam nila kung kailan yung mga moment tong apat na yun eh. And then people like Gonzalez, Batino, opportunistic sila sa mga pagkakataon na dahil dalawa yung nakukuha ng mga mahusay na malalaro. Tulad nito, Ildefonso beating the buzzer.
It's Dave to Sean to end the quarter. Sorry, it's Sean to Dave. Let me correct that. Off the wing. See here once again. Let's recheck if it will count, but I'm more than sure that it will. Sean on the drive. Far off on the left wing. Saktong-sakto yan para kay David Defonso. Continuing his hot streak here in the ball game. It is a 22-point lead in favor of Abra.
Buzzer beating 3 right here. Something, may konting kulay rito, no? Tinapik ni Dave. Etong si... hindi nagustuhan ni JV De La Cruz. Tinapik siya pabalik.
Well, that will give them a 22-point lead. Mainit ang pagkatapos, pero mainit din ang shooting ng Abra to end the first half.
sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na! Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakpakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng na kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanigang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
First half of our first game here at the PACQUIAO'S Arena here in Manila. Abra is leading by 22 points, and coach, the numbers right here. Mindoro has just not been able to shoot the triple and has not been able to run.
Shooting and turning the ball over, those were the issues in the first half. So their offense really not helping them because parehas yung attempts nila. 33 attempts for both teams. The difference is yun nga, yung tapon ng bola. 8 turnovers para sa Mindoro. And then, the points of turnovers, 11-0 for Abra. And then, which led to itong 22-point lead ng Weavers.
Scoring per quarter, it was Abra leading by 18 in the first quarter, and then they won the second quarter by 4, the leading scorer in today's ball game. Coach, it's been that same ball game from the last game to today. Dave is leading the way.
Shooting the ball, below 50%. Mataas pa rin yun, 42. By the way, yes, 15 points. 3 of 6 from downtown, 4 of 5 from the line. Yung pinansin mo, no, na lahat. Banda also has 3 rebounds. But more than that, he's getting a lot of help from the others as well, because Gonzalez has 7, Fenner came in with 3 triples, has 9, Batino has 4. It's been a collective effort really, compared to only Bambam Gamalinda scoring in double figures with 11, and then a big dip with Aaron Huruta 4, Cedorito 2, Tibayan 2.
Bapam Kamalinda is the only guy in double digits on the side of Mindoro. They look to play better in the second half. They're playing without Brian Heruela, who is nursing a minor knee injury. They're playing without JJ Caspe, and Hans Maikong sprained his ankle in the first quarter. So this will mean a few less guards. Mayor Ina on your screens right there in attendance. So her presence might give a new fight para dito sa Mindoro. They're currently still down by 22 entering the second half. Abra will be starting with the same starters.
Which are David Defonso, Molina, Ayon, Gonzalez, and Figueroa. Sa kabilang panig naman, came off the bench was Aaron Hiruta. He will start the third. Sedorifa will still start the third. Kasama dyan si JC Recto, a guy who we are waiting to explode.
I want to say hi to Mike Labuyen, Lea Macapagal, and Vivian Heraldes. According kay Lyra, lahat daw yan ay newly single. And syempre, happy birthday na rin tayo kay GP Bot na nagkaroon ng kanyang 25th birthday kahapon. 26.
Happy birthday, Bot.
25 na ba? 26 si Bot. Di tayo sigurado, coach.
Palagay ko, 25 and a half.
25 and a half. So, happy birthday and a half. Shout out sa ating mga viewers as well on YouTube, Tap Sports and Solar Sports. First triple is good for Sedorifa.
A little weak on that switch, no? Which they've been doing the whole game. Itong Abra, that time Sedorifa took advantage.
Tucker. It's a good matchup. Recto versus Tucker. Pero switch by Magat. Tucker on the drive. Tucker gets the foul. It's going to be 2 free throws for Tucker Molina.
This was just simple handoff, and you see the delayed reaction of the switch that time. I believe that was either Ayon. Yeah, I believe that was Ayon. And quickly to apologize to his coach on the other side.
The first point of Tucker Molina here in the ball game. Only 23 years of age is Tucker Molina, so much more for this young kid. Manny paid the digital wallet built for the community. Hiruta. Ikot kay Magat. Staggered for Sedorifa. Defended well by Dave. Sedorifa continues. Sedorifa floats. It's good. 5 points in the quarter for Joseph Sedorifa.
This time, navigating his way inside on the other side of the floor. He hit his three on the left side. Sedorifa and Defonso. Konting kiskisan.
Ayon now. 12 on the shot clock. A little slower on the offense. Mike switch. Mike hesitates. Kick out to Dave. Fires off the left. Galing kay Dave. Rebounded by Marion Magat. Hiruta now with the basketball. Early two-man game. Hiruta hands it off to Sedorifa, the hot hand. Sedorifa, drop pass to Magat, dipsy-do for Marion Magat.
Nice play that time by Sedorifa. Saw an opening, and then at the last moment, that nice drop pass, the bounce to Magat.
Just like that, Mindoro has cut this lead down to 16. Tucker trying to answer short. Jake with the rebound, kicks it out. Ayon off the wing, straight line and in for Mike. Ayon.
That's a big lapse defensively. It's one thing to force a miss, another to gather the defensive rebound. Sedorifa hindi sasagot sa kabila.
Ito too early para kay Joseph Sedorifa. Now Mike splitting the defense. Mike goes out to Jake. Jake wants to slow it down. Jake rejects the screen, drives, spins, fader. Whistle is called. 2 free throws para kay Jake. Let's go back to this play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
This was the drive and drop by Sedorifa. It's perfect timing, no? Yung pagtalon ni Gonzalez. It's a nice drop off to Maga.
Figueroa in and out on the first free throw. National University standout Jake Figueroa. Adamson Baby Falcon as well.
MVP.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Junior's
I forgot.
MVP. Yeah.
1 for 2. Seven minutes and 10 remaining here in the third quarter. Mindoro has been able to cut this down to 16, pero 4-0 run in favor of Abra. Recto drives the middle, loses the ball, he keeps it back. The tap out by Gonzalez. Hiruta able to get it. No fresh shot clock. 6 remaining. Sedorifa with a 3.
Scramble of the basketball leads to the 3 by Sedorifa. You need all the breaks you can get, especially up against a powerhouse team in Abra.
Sedorifa's had 10 in the ball game, 8 in the quarter. Off the back, Dave can do it also from the outside.
He obviously called that one. He's been calling all his free throws bank. Yung 3-point shot na yun, that's something that he called too.
Ayun ang maganda, pag maaga nagsimula ang MPBL, bukas na bukas lahat ng bangko para dito kay David Defonso. Now it's Sean on the drive, again using bank a little closer, but it's still going to be 2 points for Sean Defonso.
5 straight points for Abra. Earlier, it felt like Mindoro hanging in there.
Hiruta is not liking anyone on the side of Abra. Let's go to the fan break of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Pero si Hiruta, medyo, dun muna tayo sa same size natin. Si Felebrico naman ang kanyang napili. Ngayon, ang ating pipiliin naman muna ay si Miss Lyra Punsalan with this report.
Tumataas na naman ang lamang at para kay Coach Egay, consistency pa rin ang pinakamalaking problema ng Mindoro. Lamang na nga ang kalaban, sila pa daw ang mas aggressive, kulang daw sa balance, may mga takot bumangga dito sa depensa at masyadong umaasa sa switches kaya sunod-sunod ang drives. Paalala niya, hindi pwedeng frustration lang ang response nila. Basketball to, the strongest will survive. Sa last 2 quarters, malinaw ang challenge, tigilan ang one-on-one, mag-set ng plays, hanapin ang highest percentage shot at ipakita ang drive. Basketball lang naman to, maglaro kayo, he said. Back to you guys.
Well yun, on the other end, naglaro etong si Felebrico getting that triple right there. Oh, Magat stretching the floor, getting a triple. A rare triple coming from Marian Magat. Dave can't answer right away. Dave tries to run down. Is there a push on Dave? They will call a foul on Dave Defonso.
That was a 50-50 situation, and David Defonso, we'll see in the replay if he really pushed off.
Well, let's go to the play prior. This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers. It's not a shooting foul for Recto. Oh, sorry, that was Sedorifa. Hiruta. Still a lot of time on the shot clock. Hiruta on the drive. He got a foul there earlier. Gamalinda, the jumper is good.
That's almost automatic for Bam Bam Gamalinda. Master of the mid-range. Kulang na lang maging middle name ito. DeRozan.
Bakit DeRozan, Coach?
DeMar DeRozan, master of the mid-range.
DeRozan.
DeRozan, yeah.
Sorry, DeMar DeRozan, who currently still does not have a team.
Probably waiting for LeBron's decision. Ito. Good contest, a little late, yes. But Bam Bam Gamalinda, considering how good he is of making perimeter shots.
Well, it's only today that we will call him Bam Bam DeRozan Gamalinda, getting another mid-range bucket right there. The lead is down to 18. Gonzalez to Sean. 5 seconds, another far-off 3. It's still good. Wherever he is, David Defonso is on fire.
And even the farthest threes really looks effortless on the part of the MVP.
Started out the season very slow, then got that injury. But after that injury, it looks like a resurgence para kay David Defonso. Si Recto naman, sagot sa kabilang panig. Warning will be called on Joseph Sedorifa. A delay of game will be called.
Gotta give it to Mindoro. Even though they're down by 19, because how many times have we seen Abra come out blazing in the third quarter and halos dinodoble nila yung kalamangan. If Mindoro can hang on and trim the lead down to maybe 12 at best to finish the quarter, they're in a good position still to make this a ball game.
Well, they're winning this quarter by 5, but that's not a good turnover by RJ Ramirez. Puts the lead back up to 21. Malinda on the post. Malinda continues to drive. Sedorifa continues his hot hand here in the quarter. 11 in the third, 13 in total for Joseph Sedorifa. Dave, gustong sumagot. Wala. Who's there to clean it up? It's Kuya. Sean Defonso gets the rebound and the putback.
Offensive rebound number 7 given up by Mindoro, and second chance points, a dozen already. You cannot allow Abra with those type of second chance opportunities, considering how good they are of making the first ones.
Post matchup, foul will be called on Raven Gonzalez. Will be fouling Marian Magat. 3 6'5" guys and above are entering the ball game. It is Alfred Batino, Tucker Molina, and DJ Fenner who will be subbing in.
Something that we will never, I'm including myself, relate to, okay? Because I'm only 6'4", and iba yung length nung tatlong sinabi mo.
Extreme ang subukan kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. There's one guy though on the side of the blue that can match up with their length, 6'7", Marian Magat on the free throw line. They've played a good quarter. They're winning it currently by 4 points. Could even be more with this free throw. No, it's not. Pero Sedorifa off the rebound will be fouled.
Just quicker to the basketball was Sedorifa that time, who has yet to be subbed out in this quarter. He started the third quarter, approaching the 2-minute mark, or under the 3-minute mark na po tayo. Ayaw magpalabas, no? Itong si Sedorifa, nakita ko kasi kanina, tinanong siya ni Coach Ega kung okay pa siya. Sabi niya, okay pa ako, Coach.
11 na ang ginagawa niya dito sa third quarter. Ito pa rin siya. Pero dinipensahan na ni Tucker Molina. They go post. Gamalinda. Red Lion versus Bulldog.
Yeah,
and Gamalinda, the Red Lion, wins the matchup.
Na-flex din siya ni Bam Bam. Well, you would think this is a mismatch on the part of Bam Bam, especially with him backing down a heavier Ildefonso. And I love the reaction by Bam Bam, considering that he is 15 years older, probably, than Sean.
Bam Bam usually does not have any emotion.
This is a generation
when he is
apart.
playing.
I know.
Yung sinasabi nila yung mga veterano ayaw magpatinag sa mga bagong salta dito sa MPBL. At yun, kitang-kita naman natin galing kay Bam Bam Gamalinda. Fender on the second attempt. Missing 2 straight. That's gonna be a push on Tucker Molina, and that might be a technical on Tucker. There is something he doesn't like. He still has not stopped talking on Joseph Sedorifa, and Tucker Molina as well is not a guy that usually talks a lot or usually shows his emotions, but he didn't like something there.
Well, here's the thing, Juanito. It's not just Tucker Molina. You mentioned something he didn't like. Both these teams, it feels like, that started with Heruta in the first quarter. Ayun, tinamaan sa ulo.
Very interesting. There was a left arm extension coming from Tucker Molina, and then also that ball that went down. Pero hindi natin nakita kung merong sinabi or merong ginawa rin itong si Joseph Sedorifa for Tucker to actually react this way. Because again, this guy does not really put in a lot of emotion in his game.
Foul on number 5, Tucker Molina.
So he had it coming. No question on sportsmanlike foul. My question is, what's the correct... And I know the answer to this, but I wonder what's the criteria for the unsportsmanlike foul 2? Wherein
Might be intent, or might be
you're gonna have to be
the gravity
thrown
of,
out. So
of
because that was a hit behind the head.
Pero coach, ito na yung sinasabi mo about Mindoro. If they can cut this to around 12 points entering the fourth quarter, then we have a ball game in front of us. Ball stays with Mindoro. Nico Elorde, the read off the back.
It's a costly turnover. This could turn the game around. Because as you mentioned, if this was not a turnover, at best a 3, maybe down a dozen. Now, they don't get a shot at the basket. They don't get a chance. Free throws for Elorde. To make it worse, ball possession pa. So a potential 4 to 5 point swing, maybe more, considering hindi nakatigra itong Mindoro.
At yung iling ni Mayor Ina, kitang-kita ang disappointment because they could have cut the lead into probably around
12 at best.
12 at best with a triple.
So a 3 here, at best for Abra, would put them up 20. That's a huge difference.
Ball is tapped, goes to Figueroa, only 5 on the shot clock.
Here it is.
Elorde with a triple, and as Coach Christian was saying,
There it goes.
what could have been 12 is now 20. Miss Mitch Elorde on your screens there, the wife of Nico.
So I tell you, that's the absolute worst scenario para sa paghabol, no? Yung tangkang paghabol nitong Mindoro, and they end up with another miss heading into the fourth quarter.
TJ now with the basketball. Goes out to Nico. Goes to Fenner. He has 3 triples in the ball game. Calm, cool, collected on the stop and pop. Can't get it. Recto with the rebound. JC puts the ball on the floor. JC in and out. The bump. The foul will be called on DJ Fenner.
Nobody stopping the ball that time except for the last moment when he got 2 feet in the paint and then the reach in, as Recto will head to the free throw line.
JC Recto, a champion in the NCAA, played terrific in the preseason. Also a few games that he got almost triple-double. Pero the past few games, Coach Chris, medyo bumagal yung production.
A little bit of a struggle, no? Ito si JC Recto. Somebody that we've been waiting to come out of his shell, so to speak. And at times, there are games he is out of his shell.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
But there are times as well wherein he is in his shell. And tonight, he's been pretty much in of his shell.
He's averaging only 9 points a ball game and 6 rebounds. Getting his 3rd point. But getting an offensive rebound there, but couldn't get the putback. It's JC Recto. Takbo ang Abra. Fenner, no look to Figueroa with a jam!
It's only the 3rd quarter, but Figueroa wants to put the exclamation mark already.
Ayaw na nilang bigyan ng pagkakataon. Etong Mindoro, De La Cruz, a little push off, gets him a little space. Cut the lead back down to 19. 29 points in total. Sorry, make that 28 points. 30 points even in total for Mindoro here in the quarter. Sorry for my math. Good offensive quarter, not the best defensive quarter. Batino, mid-range jumper long. Figueroa with the offensive rebound. What a spin pass! And Alfred Batino will fish for a foul.
Offensive rebound just hurting etong Mindoro. This was the pass and the flush by Figueroa.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Two angles for the two-handed jam of Jake Figueroa. First free throw is good for Alfred Batino. 20 na naman ang kalamangan ng Abra. Second free throw, good for Alfred. 28 seconds, 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. So babalik pa ang bola ng Abra if they can get a stop or the rebound. Hiruta with the ball.
Ken Bono, pinasok na rin.
Pick and pop situation. Batino denies him. Fenner almost a steal. De La Cruz out to Hiruta. The dribble in. He will be called for a travel.
Oh, he hesitated. And the hesitation was enough for the official to blow the whistle because the official thought he shuffled his feet because of the hesitation.
Very strict on that, no, Coach. Yung shuffle on the receive. Fenner now decides to go to the last shot. 7 seconds remaining. 1-on-1 against Josh Flores. Fenner drive, dish. Figueroa with the fake, gets the bump, the basket. The bonus is Jake Figueroa.
That play almost felt like it was predetermined before it happened. It felt like Fenner and Figueroa spoke for this to come into existence, this play. Just a perfect pass, perfect timing on the cut. Perfect fake. And now, Figueroa, perfect at the line.
Last 5 points coming from Jake Figueroa. A second remaining. The lead is now up to 24. It's going to be a foul on Jake.
Not perfect at the line. 2 out of 3. I don't see Jake.
Foul on the denial dito kay Jake Figueroa. A new guy that Aaron Hiruta is...
Picking on?
Picking on.
I don't think so. I don't think he's picking on Figueroa.
Pero nagkatamaan, Coach, on the denial, Hiruta was moving forward. Tumamat sa may muka. So that's obviously a foul on Jake Figueroa. Nothing more. It's the basketball play, but that's going to be 2 free throws for Aaron Hiruta. Here was the play, the denial. There you go. Then the hit, the accidental hit on the nose.
He was just trying to remove yung dalawang kamay itong si Hiruta, no? And then that little swing, the natural motion itong si Figueroa hit the nose itong si Hiruta.
Makes the first free throw.
Buti na lang maputi itong si si Hiruta kundi baka naging red na yung ilong niya.
Nagiging mapapaaga ang Pasko ni Rudolph. Sila Raven. Straight line, long for Raven Gonzalez. That ends our quarter, Coach. The highest scoring quarter. Both teams scoring 32 in that quarter.
62 combined.
64 even.
64, excuse me.
And that quarter has been all offense for both of the teams. A good start on the side of Mindoro, pero that 4-point swing, Coach.
Yeah.
That
was huge, the turnover of the inbounds. I believe by Sedurifa to JV De La Cruz, caused by Nico Elorde.
Brought the lead back down to 12, pero ito ang kalamangan, 22 in favor of Abra.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Here, Valenzuela, Dark Horse, later on, will be playing in the second game at 5 o'clock p.m. We'll be going up against San Juan. At syempre, dito sa MPBL, welcome po tayo. That is Mrs. Ilorde, wearing black right there. Syempre, mga VIPs natin, nakaupo na rin dyan. Coach, ang ganda ng crowd natin today, no?
Yeah.
For an early ball game. I think it's the games. We are already almost full and we are only in the first of 3. Scoring per quarter. Highest is the third. JV cross court to Bono. Ken Bono, too strong. Josh Flores, second attempt is good for Josh Flores.
At that time, Josh Flores was in the right spot at the right time for that offensive rebound. Offensive rebound number 9 para sa Mindoro. And they draw first blood to start the quarter. Molina. That was a beauty.
Very smooth on the attack coming from Tucker Molina. 4 points in total in the ball game. Ikot bola. Tibayan punta kay JV. Flores. Good mid-range gunner. They go out to Tibayan. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jonas, the drive, the push. Blocked by Raven Gonzalez.
He did his best to attack the body nitong si Gonzalez, but Gonzalez just tall enough for that block shot. What an escape off the screen by the 6'6" wing Molina.
So 22-point lead in favor of Abra, 8 minutes and 55. Brian Heruela on your screens right there. And of course, ang kanilang very proud homegrown Rodel Vaigan. Both are not in uniform in today's ball game, as well as JJ Caspe. And kanina si Hans Maikong ay natapilok nung first half. Kaya medyo kulang-kulang din talaga sa gwardiya, Coach Chris.
That's just unfortunate para sa Mindoro because coming out full strength against Abra sometimes is not enough. And obviously, dahil sa mga pangalang binanggit mo, pero ito, Jake Figueroa, pretty much a late addition, right? Para sa Abra this season, but an important one because he brings a ton of firepower.
Well, they did wait for him to end his KBL stint before moving over to the MPBL. So it was about a few weeks or a month before Jake Figueroa was activated on the lineup. Pero the addition, only a little adjustment needed for Jake Figueroa, and he has been playing terrific on the side of the Weavers.
Ang maganda kasi dito sa Abra, hindi yung mga players nila, especially their 5 best players, both play on both ends, offensively and defensively. Mga two-way player na tinatawag. Even DJ Fenner, he may look like a player that's not aggressive on defense, but my impression to him is that he's a smart defender.
Yes, that's a perfect explanation, Coach. But the genetics, if your father is an 8-year NFL veteran, then definitely there is some physical genes in there. They get the stop here. They want to go down low to DJ. Fenner one-on-one against Joseph. The double comes. The swing goes to Tucker. Tucker wants the one-on-one. Rush screen by Raven Gonzalez, gets the bump. 2 free throws for Raven.
I love the patience na pinakita doon ni Tucker Molina. Shot clock winding down. 8, 7, 6, and sometimes the composure of a player can be tested. Instead, he waits for the screen, reads the slip, the quick slip by Gonzalez, feeds him, and Gonzalez rewarded at the line because he was fouled.
I want to see what the tallest possible realistic lineup is para dito sa Abra. Maybe, well, this free throw is brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
That's easy. It's Batino, Gonzalez, Ildefonso, Fenner, and Ion.
Okay. What if Figueroa plays the point? Para lang, Coach, pasayahin tayo.
Well, Figueroa,
dapat tangkarin nila.
Yeah. Well, to me, Figueroa and Ion pretty much looks the same. Maybe giving up an inch, maybe 2. But in terms of their impact inside the floor, especially on the defensive end, I mean, Ion is a terrific defender.
One team that plays 6'3" and above guys at the same time is Batangas.
Right.
One if they put Mark Olayon on the point guard at 6'4".
Yes, and then si Abdul Sawat at the 3.
Yes, Yambing, and then of course si
And
Apinan and
maybe a Cruz. Mark, not Sherin. Okay.
not and Mark Cruz of Batangas, baka Mark Cruz of Jensen, iba rin yun, coach.
Yeah.
Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Back in the day, coach, I was watching this 6'4" point guard who can play defense, shoot the 3. Name was Christian Luanzon.
Okay. I was blindsided. Okay. Iniisip ko siya. Okay.
Very good player coming from UST.
Yeah, and very old as well.
Recto stops, pops, drops for JC Recto. The knocks continue but still could not get into the door is Mindoro. Post.
Well, let's see if Abra will ask who's there on those knocks.
Fenner doubled. Off the wing, Tucker to Elorde. Corner is short. Tucker gets the rebound. Punta dito kay Fenner. Fenner just wants to use the time.
It feels like every offensive rebound has been costly, you know, because especially if they score here, right there, halos lahat ng second chance opportunity exploited by Abra.
First points of the second half for DJ Fenner. He scored 3 triples in the first half. Once again, it's Aaron Hiruta and Raven Gonzalez. This has been happening since the first half between these two.
That's a technical because it's a foul of the inbounds. And then plus ball possession to. Hindi pa naipasa yung bola eh. Hindi pwedeng gawin yun because Gonzalez was out of bounds. Now, here's the thing though. Gonzalez was at the spot first. Ayan, no?
Mind games talaga ni Hiruta. He really is getting into the nerves of Raven Gonzalez.
Was there a technical free throw? Wala.
Wala.
So from what I remember, if you foul an inbounder, they should get a free throw. I think Mindoro should get a free throw.
Might be one of the reasons na si Coach Bong, ito yung kanyang tinatanong.
So okay, I got clarification. It was delaying the game.
Okay, it's a warning.
Yeah, but still, even though it's you cannot tap the ball off the inbounder. That's a technical.
Mamaya, tayo ng clarification. Tucker on the wing. It's good. First triple for Tucker Molina.
You know why I know this? I mean, aside from being in basketball for so long, that happened to us in the UAP.
League.
Yeah, in the UAP.
19 na yan para kay Bam Bam Gamalinda. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Abra is well in control. Mindoro has been knocking but still could not get in. Batino. The spin by Batino goes in.
How about the change of pace? The pivot from right to left and then spinning back to right again.
Now Bam Bam trying to dance. Bam Bam in and out. 24 ang kalamangan ng Abra.
That's a nominee for me. Yung huling galaw ni Batino, that should be included in the top 5.
Could be in the top 3 even. That move of Batino's thing of beauty that will hit the foot of DJ Fenner.
We might get the chance to see it here. Another replay of it. That was a heck of a move. Right here, look.
Here you go.
High post, up, and then the quick spin. And the finish. Hindi mabagal yan, ha? Si Marian Magat. At that time, he made Marian Magat looks slow.
Locally, coach, you know, you go back to the 90s and the 2000s, who were guys that had that kind of an elite footwork? Mauna na ako, of course. My favorite is Coach Pochuino.
Yeah.
But who are other guys that really have provided that elite footwork down low?
That's a good name. Kasama pa natin sa UP yan. My former teammate.
My former coach.
But come on now. The first guy that has to come to mind is Captain Lionheart.
Okay, why did
Come on now.
extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas?
It has to be the captain, Alvin Patrimonio.
No, I feel like if my family is listening, they would be disappointed that the
I'm
first guy,
Forget about your family. I'm disappointed.
the first guy that entered, siguro iba lang talaga yung love ko kay Coach Poch.
Yeah.
One more guy that enters my mind, Bong Hawkins.
Yes. Yeah.
But he enters my mind because of the times he shouted at me before in the UP Team B.
Really?
Very strict, coach.
Very
strict.
I feel like Bong Hawk shouts at everyone. He's my former coach as well.
Yeah, these are the guys really that provided those kinds of footwork. At ngayon, si Batino nagpapakita rin. Molina now from the outside, that's short.
Way off.
For Tucker Molina. Bam Gamelinda, coach. This is not his usual game. He is also talking with the other guys. He's playing around. He's enjoying. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph.
Well, externally, pinapakita niya ngayon, but I'm sure as his former teammate internally, hindi masaya yan si Bam Bam. Because their team is down a lot.
Well, Bam Bam will be subbed out. Probably already the ball game for Bam Bam with 4 minutes and 20 remaining. Wilkin Lee goes to Ryan Batino. Batino fires off the midi. Can't get it to go. Still 4 minutes and 14 remaining in the ball game. Our VIPs in attendance. Recto, staggered screen. Off the inside, Tibayan, lalim. Pero ang foul maitatawag kay Alfred Batino.
Nice way to stick with the basketball that time was Tibayan against the trees. Itong Abra, which were Ildefonso and Batino.
Coach Bong Ramos not happy with the way they are playing in today's ball game.
That's the most overused word, by the way, in basketball. And I'm just not, there's no knock on you, by the way. Because that's a term I believe that should not be used because no coach is never happy.
Okay, that's right.
Whether it's a win or not. The
It's
only
coming from a co-coach as well.
Yeah, right? So you agree with me,
Yes.
right?
I do, coach, I do.
If there's anything, that root word, dapat ang mas ginagamit, unhappy.
Even with the lead.
Even with the lead.
What a find by Tucker Molina going to Sean Ildefonso. Sean very quiet in the ball game. I want to see the numbers of Sean here.
Well, he has 12 points and 7 rebounds.
12 and 7
Yeah.
for Sean. Quiet 7. Quiet. There was the
Quiet
5.
12. Yeah, more of a quiet 12. But this is his game. Ever since he was a Blue Eagle, he was an undersized big and then translated his game in college. You know, as a 3 and 4 and has been a tweener since. But his game is inside, naturally.
Was coached by Coach Marlon Martin when he was playing for GH before transferring over to Ateneo.
Hindi ba siya nag-Lord, Ateneo obviously, but hindi ba nag-Lord Destiny yan? O si Dave lang?
Si Dave ang naalala ko, coach. So we have to clarify if he did
Si Sean
play.
hindi. Okay.
If he did play. Di ako sure, coach. Baka naglaro din.
Yeah? Alam ko may stint din siya eh. But I'm not sure with him as well.
Tibayan. Uy!
Former teammates, I believe. Nag-abot to
Tama.
Oo.
Sa NU. Pero yung footwork, coach, parang Batino rin kanina yun.
Oo.
Just could not get the finish.
Was was once upon a time a high school prospect. No, ito si Jonas Tibayan.
Yes.
Almost ended up with Lasal. With his so hindi dati ngayon syempre mas prevalent ng social media, no? Pero ganun din yung nangyari kay Jonas Tibayan. Committed to Lasal, may picture pa sila ni Aldinayo, and then decommitted, ended up with NU.
A lot of stories like that in the modern day. You would know, Coach Chris.
Nakwento lang. Usually huli ako sa balita.
Oh, Wilkin Lee, 5 on the shot clock. Wilkin goes to Felisilda. Bulldog versus Bulldog, and that will be a 24. That's a good blitz by Jonas Tibayan to force a 24.
But Janjan did a good job of, after falling down, standing up while regaining ball control, his dribble, but failed to realize that the shot clock was winding down.
2 minutes and 30. This game will look like it will go the side of Abra, but there is still a few knocks.
Yep.
Coach, just last night with under 2 minutes, the lead was 10
Right.
in favor of Pasig.
Pasig. Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
May kawayan.
may kawayan happen.
Kumakatok. Yeah. Tanong ng tanong itong Pasig, who's there? Who's there? Hanggat sa dulo, nalaman nila, oh, may kawayan pala.
At ang may dalawang mukha eh.
Sino yun?
Miranda at Argente.
Ayun yung buksan ng pinto, Ito.
Forceful ang pasok.
Trying to duplicate that performance of May Kawayan is Mindoro right now. 2 minutes remaining. Mas malaki ito. 15. Yung sinabi mo, 10.
Still a lot of basketball to be played here in the final 2 minutes. Apasible though, missing on the first free throw. Player mo rin to, Coach, di ba? Si John Apasible.
No, he played for Hope Christian.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Tama. He was teammates with... who's their other teammate? Also a good wing. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Yeah, you're right. Played for Ateneo.
And San
And then
Beda.
San Beda now with...
Mindoro.
Yes, what's his name? Yeah.
I forgot his name. But they were my matchups. These were my batchmates. Duliges, Clint. Yun yung pinaka nakaka-bad trip, Coach. Yung nasa dulo na ng dila mo, hindi mo mailabas. Yung mga batchmates ko na masakit sa ulo. Dahil hindi kami manalo-nalo. There is a whistle here. Final 2 minutes. Mindoro has had a good run here in the fourth quarter. They've cut the lead down to 15. They have only allowed 13 points for Abra here in the quarter. It's going to be a foul on Alfred.
Little ward off with his right hand.
They checked if there was something extra, if it was going to be an unsportsmanlike.
Si Batino, hindi walang extra yun. Kung merong extra yan si Batino, baka extra race yun. Hindi ganyan yan.
Recto. Off the stop. Can't get it off the board. Felisilda is looking for a foul. There is no
He's
whistle.
got a cross court though. Half court.
Only needed a second to cross that basketball. Felisilda goes to Wilkin Lee. Wilkin. Off the three. It's good for Wilkin Lee.
That's a big shot.
It's an 18-point lead in the last minute and 15 of the ball game. Our crowd here at the PACQUIAO'S Arena, we are filled and we are only at 4:50 p.m. in the afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating viewers dito sa arena. Syempre sa YouTube, sa Top Sports at sa Solar Sports din, sa ating mga nanonood at sa ating mga bisita from Radar Tires, Ashish Sharma, Manav Suri, and Achal Gupta, who are our visitors here in the MPBL. Magandang hapon sa inyo, and it's a good day to be in the MPBL. We give you 3 good matchups today on our slate.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Welcome.
Mindoro, di pa tapos. Tucker blocks Apasible. John still the basketball. The midi goes out. Recto can't get offensive rebound, and this is the ball game, coach.
I felt like this game was over at the 3-minute mark. Well, especially after the 3 by Wilkin Lee. Possession prior to this one.
Lee can get back-to-back. Batino, then nakuha ni Recto. JC running the basketball. No look to Tibayan. And Jonas gets the lay.
8 points for Jonas.
Mindoro actually winning the second half, but that strong first quarter, 26-8, that made all the difference, Coach Chris.
And with this win, this will be win number 16 para sa Abra. Winning streak number 14. And now, pantay na sila nitong Caloocan with 16 wins. The only difference is lamang ng isang talo ang Caloocan, which puts Abra at number 1.
That's right. Passing the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. This was Recto giving it to Jonas Tibayan. Mindoro wanting a last play to end the ball game. They call on their last timeout. We'll be back.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
One last play for the Mindoro Tamaraws. They call on a timeout. Yun ang masakit. They're saying that where should the inbound be? There you go. It is going to be on the other end because in the final 2 minutes you can push the ball forward. Final play, Recto for 3. Can't get it. One more shot. It won't count para sa Mindoro. And that will end the ball game. A 16-point win for Abra.
You gotta give it to Mindoro because they brought a little fight in this game. But Abra was just too much. But babalikan mo yung nagkaroon sila ng chance which I believe happened about the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. They were able to bring the lead down to 15. Momentum on their side. Turnover of the inbounds led to an unsportsmanlike foul. That was an 8-point swing, really, because they lose the chance to score offensively. But you talk about a guy that's been a resurgence, sabi mo nga, after an injury. I'm seeing that as well. Dave Ildefonso playing like an MVP that he is.
Back-to-back player of the game honors is Dave Ildefonso, who is our player of the game. That's brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Dave with 21 points in today's ball game, following his 40-point performance against Bacolod 2 times in a week for Dave Ildefonso. At ngayon kasama niya si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Dave, back-to-back Best Player Awards for you. Big congratulations. Coming off from that career high of 40-point game, you told me the goal is to always try to dominate, which you did again. Paano mo minimaintain yung rhythm and confidence mo ngayon?
Siyempre, first of all, siyempre shoutout sa Mindoro kasi grabe yung ginawa nila. You can see that they were really prepared. And until the end, you know, they really competed and they tried to get the win. Pero yun nga, from here on out, you know, we're just trying to, yun nga, say na we're here, we're the team to beat, and we're trying to defend our crown. So hopefully, we're all healthy and we get to do that until the very end of the season.
And as the reigning MVP, you suffered an injury at the start of the season, but now you're in resurgence. How do you balance yung pagiging aggressive, of course, and staying within the system of Coach Yong?
Siyempre, you know, as a player, I try to study our plays. You know, I try to study our system, and I try my best to get my opportunities from there. Kasi, you know, I try to be a system player, and you know, I try to be myself as well. So, each and every practice naman, we're trying to improve on that as a team and as an individual.
Do you have any special shoutouts or greetings?
Siyempre, number one, yung girlfriend ko sa New York, si Lina. Tulog siya ngayon pero I love you, I miss you. Pero nano babae, nano lalaki, kumusta? And sa mga may tech problems dyan, pag nasa GH Mall kayo, punta kayo sa Flicker Byte, kay Dino Heroy, tsaka kay Johnny Heroy, tsaka kay nanay and tatay. And I think yun lang ata. Pero I hope you guys get to pray for my former teammate, yung soul niya, si JV Gallego. Please include him in your prayers. And JV was a great guy. He helped me out in the NU in my first year. And you know, it's just a tragic accident talaga. But hopefully, you know, I'm praying for him and I'm praying for his family.
Still pumped up by Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. Congratulations, Dave Ildefonso of the Abra Solid North Weavers. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Lyra. Congratulations, Dave. And of course, prayers up para sa pamilya ni JV Gallego, our former player here in the MPBL. And tutuloy pa po tayo in the next game on our 5 p.m. slate. San Juan will be going up against your Valenzuela City. Dark Horse, magbabalik po ang MPBL.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan.